Something unprecedented is happening behind the closed doors of Silicon Valley. In May 2026 alone, nearly 30,000 tech workers were laid off. But if you think this is just another standard corporate cost-cutting cycle, I'm here to tell you, you're looking at the wrong map. This isn't a recession. It's a total architectural rewrite of the internet. Companies like Meta didn't just cut 10% of their workforce to save a buck. They instantly pivoted thousands of remaining engineers into highly aggressive, automated AI projects. We've officially crossed the border from the AI hype era into the impact era. The paradigm has shifted from writing code to simply expressing intent. And honestly, it leaves us with a terrifying question when software starts building and healing itself. What happens to the humans who used to build it? Let's look at the actual data, because the numbers don't lie, even if tech CEOs occasionally try to smooth them over. When Cisco cut over 4,000 jobs recently, their CEO didn't blame a bad quarter. He openly stated that the winners of this new era are companies that discipline themselves to shift investments directly toward AI infrastructure. I've spent the last week digging into enterprise architecture shifts, and here's what's actually changing under the hood. For the past 20 years, tech companies scaled by hiring armies of developers to manually write, debug, and patch code line by line. But in mid-2026, AI has matured into a foundational backbone. We are entering the age of Cloud 3.0 and sovereign AI models. Instead of typing syntax, senior engineers are now acting as directors, orchestrating autonomous AI agents that compile, launch, and fix complex applications in milliseconds. Cloudflare and Intuit did similar clean sweeps of their personnel for the exact same reason. They're streamlining product delivery. Now I know what you're thinking. TechX24 Live, aren't you just exaggerating a temporary corporate trend? I wish I were. But when the co-founders of major AI labs like Anthropic are actively warning that AI will displace human labor at a massive scale in the near future, it's time to start believing them. Now, let's inject a healthy dose of reality here, because I refuse to sell you futuristic sci-fi hype. Robots aren't walking into offices tomorrow morning to physically throw human developers out of windows. That's the Hollywood version. The actual immediate future, the one backed by the World Economic Forum's latest risk assessments, is much more subtle and frankly, more chaotic. The immediate impact isn't just job displacement. It's an absolute explosion in cyber complexity. As AI becomes the engine behind software generation, it's also becoming the ultimate weapon for cyber criminals. Generative AI is now automating massive phishing campaigns, writing custom malware on the fly, and creating hyper-realistic deepfake scams. Corporate priorities have flipped entirely. For the first time on record, tech executives are ranking AI-driven fraud and identity theft as a bigger operational threat than traditional ransomware. So, while the future might bring fully autonomous digital economies, the reality we have to deal with right now is a massive security bottleneck. We are building incredibly powerful automated systems on top of fundamentally vulnerable infrastructure. Which brings us right back to you and me. The tech landscape isn't shrinking, it's mutating. The developers who will survive this shift aren't the ones fighting against automation. They're the ones learning to master the orchestration tools. They're changing their toolkits before the old ones become completely obsolete. I personally look at this data and realize that the line between being an indispensable tech architect and being totally redundant has never been thinner. It makes me wonder, if your industry shifted beneath your feet tomorrow, what would your next move be? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you want to keep your pulse on how this transition unfolds without the usual hype, hit subscribe.